Hi, I'm Kaththea with Ascended Spirit Amplifiers. When my energy feels fearful and I need to remember that I don't need permission to shine, this is the blend that reminds me that my fire was never lost. I made a Solar Plexus wax melt blend, and I'm going to show you how I craft it so it supports you the same way it supports me. This clip is taken from a longer video where I break down the lineage of each component, what it brings to your table, and I also include meditation guidance. I'll link the full version at the end. For now, let's begin. The power of making your own tools. There's something I always want to make clear before we begin. Making your own tools isn't just creative, it's sovereign. When you craft something with your own hands, you're not just making a melt. You're declaring, my power comes from within me. Every ingredient you choose, every intention you set, every moment you spend creating, it all becomes a reclamation of your authority, your will, your fire. Your tools don't have to look like mine. They don't have to be perfect. They only have to be yours, shaped by your energy, your lineage, your truth. This is how you step back into your power, not by consuming, but by creating. Solar Plexus Chakra Wax Melt. The creation process. You will need 12 ounces of beeswax pellets, 2 tablespoons of organic unrefined virgin coconut oil, 60 drops of lemon essential oil, 90 drops of grapefruit essential oil, and 90 drops of frankincense essential oil. 6 teaspoons each, small citrine, tiger's eye, and pyrite pieces, 6 helichrysum bracteatum heads, 18 to 24 dried calendula flowers, 6 teaspoons dried silk tree blossoms. All the products that I use are listed in the description box. Quality proven, trial tested, and budget conscious. The cookie sheets and storage jars are from the Dollar Tree. And no, I'm not sponsored by anyone but Spirit. Gratitude to the Most High, that is. I do make a small commission if you buy through the links. This batch makes 6 large amplifiers, to which you can cut into quarters, plenty to keep your personal practice flowing for weeks, or to gift someone who could use a little reignition. Step 1. Prepare your workspace. Set up your candle wax warmer or hot plate in a well-ventilated area. Lay out your pot, stirrer, thermometer, and molds. Gather your gemstones and botanicals, and pre-measure your essential oils in a small bowl. This is where your intention begins, not in the wax, but in your presence. Step 2. Melt the beeswax. Add 12 ounces of pure beeswax to your pot and melt it over low to medium heat, around 145 to 160 degrees Fahrenheit. Beeswax melts slowly on purpose. It teaches you to move with intention, not urgency. Stir gently as it liquefies, letting the golden wax mirror the fire you're calling back into your center. Keep the temperature steady, never above 180 degrees Fahrenheit. Too much heat can burn the wax, dull the oils, and scorch the botanicals. Step 3. Add coconut oil. Once the melted beeswax reaches 160 degrees Fahrenheit, remove it from the heat and add 2 tablespoons of organic coconut oil. This softens the final melt, helps it release from the mold, and improves scent diffusion. It's the reminder that strength and softness can coexist in the same flame. Step 4. Infuse the essential oils. Breath of clarity and courage. Stir and allow the wax to cool to 135 to 140 degrees Fahrenheit, the temperature where essential oils stay potent and alive. Then add your pre-measured 60 drops grapefruit, 90 drops lemon, 90 drops frankincense. Stir slowly, letting the scent become bright, clarifying, and deeply centering. A breath that says, I remember my purpose. Step 5. Prepare the molds. Before pouring, prepare each mold like a tiny altar. Into each cavity, add several small citrine, tiger's eye, and pyrite, evenly distributed. A helichrysum head for resilience and everlasting strength, and 3 to 4 calendula flowers for inner light and self-worth. 1 teaspoon of silk tree blossoms for joy and emotional uplift. These botanicals and stones don't just decorate. They anchor the melt in your will, your joy, and your capacity to act. Step 6. Pour the wax. Pour a thin layer of wax into each mold first. This helps the botanicals and stones settle and prevents floating. Let it thicken for a moment, not fully set, just enough to hold. This first layer is like your first act of courage. Small, but foundational. Step 7. Add the remaining wax. Let the fire claim its form. Once the first layer grips the botanicals and gemstones, pour the remaining wax slowly over the top, like a golden flame filling its vessel. Pour with intention, knowing this tool is being built to hold your power, not replace it. Step 8. Let them set. Do not rush the fire. Allow the melts to cool and solidify naturally for a minimum of 24 hours. No freezer, no fridge, no rushing. The solar plexus is the center of integration. It asks for time to align will, emotion, and action. Let the melts honor that. Once fully cooled, remove them from the molds and store them in an airtight container. They're ready for your next solar plexus activation, your next moment of choosing courage over contraction, truth over shrinking, and fire over fear. Thanks for watching. If something in this video resonated with you, honoring that with a like helps this work find the people who are meant to see it. And I'd love to hear your reflections in the comments. It's always beautiful to see how these messages land for different people. And by all means, share it with anyone you think might benefit. If you want to keep exploring with me, make sure you're subscribed. I share new videos every week, and each one builds on this journey in its own way. Please never forget, my intent is your ascent. See you next time.